I think I told you about it, Betty, the day it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw part of it. But yeah, I don't
It
know
was
who.
a
I
pardon.
don't know.
It was 7-hour stream.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so yeah, but I don't know how people are forgetting who, you know. Lips is like she's like Jim. You know what I mean? She's very like
Yes.
calculated and manipulative, and it's like there's these people. She's one of them. Jonelle's one of them. Where it's like you
Rainbow
could say,
Mailman.
well, no, but
What? Snooks?
mm,
What?
what
I guess
what
she's back and
happened?
forth on.
No, I don't know what's happening, but but what I mean by them is like when you think about them, or like for me, anyways, when I see them like over time, they're not the same person. It's almost like if I didn't have seen them before, like it's like a brand new person. It's like their personality isn't consistent. They're just, you know what I mean, like a brand new person all the time because they're reinventing who they are because they're just fake.
Um, Never once did I threaten Kaylee with CPS. That is not true. That is
Never heard
horrible.
that. I never
I
heard.
can't believe that. I mean,
I
holy
heard that too,
cow.
Watcher. I heard that
I would
too.
never do
Yeah,
anything like that.
I never heard that. Who's saying that? 'Cause I never heard that anything to
Uh,
do with you.
Snooks is asking if I threatened Kaylee with CPS. That's
Oh,
disgusting. It's a lie, and if someone spread that, it's a lie. I did not. I would
oh,
not.
I've never heard anything like that. Kaylee will have to
A couple
tell me
people,
that because I've never heard anything like that. I've never
couple
heard that.
people said that Kaylee told her that.
Yeah, I read that, but
I
I
didn't see her say that Kaylee told her that.
hmm,
That's not true. I would, I mean, I'm not going to push my beliefs on anyone, but I'm only here today because God stepped in and, fended off quite a bit of shit for me. So,
mhm.
that's not an act. You don't come between families and children. That's crossing the line. That's something I would never be guilty of doing. That's disgusting and I'm appalled.
I'd have to hear it from Kaylee because I've never heard that. Not that I don't
Kaylee,
believe that anything you guys are. I'm just saying, like, because I didn't know. I never heard that ever. I've always heard like a few other people's names, but I didn't know even that was a um, that was just a
um,
suspicion or something at that point.
Kaylee's doing something wonderful for some
Mhm.
children that are a child, I believe, that's not her own. I mean, that's a beautiful thing that she's doing for this child who needs parents while their parents get straight. If that happens, Lord have mercy, and I pray that they do. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't have any reason to attack Kaylee, and I would never do anything like that. Oh man, that's got my skin, oh, my blood boiling. That is not true.
Some were saying, was it Kathy Waters?
I heard that the other day that it was um, Kathy Waters. I don't know if there's any way of knowing who. You know what I mean? Like even
Somebody recently did that. Somebody recently called on her.
well, did anybody catch this? Like this was whenever Kaylee first came on and she was talking about the little girl, and everything. It was like the next day or something, or very soon after. Jim kept talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah,
Uh-huh.
somebody should call." And then
Yeah.
Bob said something, and then he said he made some phone calls, or Jim was saying something, and then like he said it at one point. He's like, I'm just gonna say, I made some phone calls. I don't know if anybody noticed what he was because it was weird, like the conversation was broken up or whatever. But he said Bob made some phone calls. I don't know who we called, but that's what he said. And because I said it to Ruben like the next day. I'm like, did you hear what Bob said? Like, because he was on panel. Ruben was on panel when it happened. I'm like, I don't know if you even noticed it, but that sounded like what Bob was saying. But I mean, granted, that's this, you know, now it's current. So
There's two things I'll never do. One, I have no beef with Kaylee, but in life in general, I will never become evil that I fight, and I will never tell a lie to get the truth. God didn't back me this long and that hard for me to spit in his face. So whoever's starting these nasty ass rumors, I'd appreciate if you just stop. And when it appears that we're infighting, that gives those douchebags all kinds of ammunition.
Cut and
And
shoot. Yes, I get
Oh,
that's what you're saying. I
why
see
would
that.
anybody
That's what
even know
you're saying.
that though? When
That's what
it's isn't it
you don't.
anonymous? I mean, that the cops are going to say, "Hey, this person called."
Yeah, they're not supposed to give the names of who
That's what I'm
called.
saying. No, and you wouldn't even know that. I mean, that's just speculation. You wouldn't even know unless that person admitted it.
Right. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, cut and shoot. I'm saying I didn't. She never said it to me. We've talked about it before, so I'm not saying anyone's lying at all. I'm just saying I don't know. It's the first I've heard of it, and I don't know. But I would like to, know more
that's
about
just
it.
an evil act.
I
That's
know
that's horrible.
before, the one from before was, it ended up being that argument that night on my show with J4H, up there
Yeah.
saying that she had called,
Yeah, and then she didn't even mean it like that. She meant she called, to see what the procedure was and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Or
she threatened to call. It's what Cut and Shoot said. Not that she called.
um,
No, I would never do that. No, children, even if they're not mine, they're the most beautiful, precious things in the world. My favorite people to hang out with is children and elderly. Children just want to play, elderly just want to talk. And either way, it's a safe situation. And I've said that for as long as I can remember. I would never go after someone's children. In fact, somebody told me that's something that Lips does. I'm not saying she's tied into this in any way, but the moment I heard that, that was it. I was like, I don't want to speak to her. And the more I've learned about that person, I'm just like, that stands out mostly in the back of my mind. Anybody who's capable of doing horrible things to get even with somebody, and I don't even have beef with Kaylee. Why the hell would I do anything that doesn't make any sense? And I'm
yeah,
not a horrible person. But when you start going after people's kids, that's fighting material. That's the one of the most evil things you could ever do is put a child in a situation just because you're mad at somebody else. You disgust me, and you make my skin crawl, make me want to vomit.
yeah. I don't remember or recall you having even a problem with Kaylee. I don't remember anything like that happening. And not that I know everything, how shit anything could happen, but I'm just saying I don't even remember that. Like, I don't know. Like when I was on gyms, you didn't even have a problem with me. Like you were pretty um decent talking to
Yeah,
you.
I thought you're a cutie pie.
Yeah, that's what you said. You were like, she's just cute as a button, and I was like,
Yeah, and I had a feeling somewhere inside that one day you would, you know, see who they really are and come away, and I counted on that. I've got faith in some things.
yeah, yeah,
Sometimes you can tell it's just going to be a matter of time before people come away from the evil. And
mhm,
I'd be a fucking horrible hypocrite if yeah, it doesn't work for me. I know my heart, and I know that I would never do anything like that, but
yeah,
I do have faith in other people to come away from evil.
Well, that's the thing that makes me the maddest is when people do that or threaten it,
mm,
or we all know that's happened to me a couple times.
fuck
um,
that.
yeah, and they think it's funny. I mean, I've heard Jim um try to incite his followers to do that.
Mhm, yeah,
To
And
not
they
just
no,
do.
that's
people.
not. Yeah, that's insane to do something like that. To tell people to do something just to get back at somebody, or that's crazy. You're gonna put people, kids at risk because you were just trying to.
Well, Bob did the same thing. Those people
Yeah,
that think Bob's so fucking great, he did the same thing, threatened me with it.
yeah,
And that's heartless, how someone could either make a threat or even follow through with it. Because the system, we all know how it is. The system is not a good place for children, and that's punishment to a child.
Oh yeah, yeah. To most of them. Now there are, well, I don't know about most of them, but there are some parents that need their kids removed. But it's not for somebody halfway across the fucking world that's never met you a day in their damn life. And remember, it's just YouTube, guys. There's no morals, no moral compass, nothing like that. It's just YouTube.
yeah. Throw your morals and
Bullshit.
integrity out the window. That's what Leanne said. That's an odd thing to advise for people to do. Throw your integrity and morals out the window. Just throw them out.
My husband just got
You
home.
said
I'm going to
that.
hang with you as long as I can. But you'll hear him in the background. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all.
Oh,
Good night, cut and shoot.
good night, cut and shoot. What'd you say, Pipe?
What's that?
What'd you say?
Oh, I said she said that.
Oh.
Leanne said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm home. Where's my bacon and eggs?
It's important, to not have